Testing. Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Please be seated. My name is Ildefonso Rodriguez Sola, and I'm Director of the Office of Mayor and City Council. And it's my privilege to welcome you to this first Board on Commissions Luncheon. We are here to celebrate all you do for our great city. First, I would like to welcome and acknowledge our elected officials who are here with us. Honorable Mayor Pro Tem Caroline King Arnold, District 4. Honorable Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Omar Narvaez. District 6, sorry. Honorable Council Member Adam Basaldua, District 7. Honorable Council Member Port Ridley, District 14. And we have several, but I know some of them were not able to come. Oh. Honorable Council Member Janie Schultz, District 11. Okay. Honorable Council Member Casey Thomas, District 3. Honorable Council Member Cara Mendelson, District 12. Oh. Honorable Council Member Moreno, District 2. Next, I want to acknowledge our City Manager, T.C. Brotnax. Honorable Administrative Judge Preston Robinson. Our great partners who work every day to help guide the boards and commissions for the City of Dallas, City Secretary Billy Ray Johnson. City Attorney Chris Queso. Chief of Staff for the City Manager Genesis Gavino. And one of our greatest sponsors for this event, Rosa Fleming, Convention and Event Services Director. We have a great event today with several speakers to grade our performance and award ceremony. We would like to give thanks to everybody who made this event special, including Convention and Event Services and their contractors, OVG 360, Freeman Audiovisual and Centerplate, the Communications and the Outreach Department, Office of Arts and Culture, and Vision Dallas. Next, I would like to introduce Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Omar Narvaez, who will say some words. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Omar Narvaez, and I do have the distinct honor of serving as Deputy Mayor Pro Tem for the remainder of this term. And one, thank you all for being here, and congratulations to you all that will receive awards later. And let's give another big round of applause to our staff for putting this together, for our resident volunteers. The work that you all do is just fascinating. I served on a commission back in the day with Council Member Casey Thomas. And so those of you on Community Development Commission, whoop, whoop, that's where I got my city service started. But in all seriousness, what I'm here for is to make sure that you all know about our racial equity plan that we just recently passed as a city council. And in there on the very first page, we acknowledge the lands that we sit on. And so on our very first page, we have a land acknowledgement, which I'll be reading right now. The City of Dallas's Office of Equity and Inclusion acknowledges the traditional territory of North Texas occupied by multiple American Indian groups along the Trinity River, which provides seasonal homes and trading exchanges. Most notably, it was inhabited by the Caddo, Wichita, and nomadic tribes such as the Comanche, Kiowa, and ancestral tribes. We recognize the American Indian peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. The acknowledgement is a small gesture to a larger commitment to showing respect through ongoing awareness and action. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I'm pleased to share some quick highlights regarding Boards and Commission. I'm Shani Weston, the new Boards and Commission Senior Coordinator for the City of Dallas. You'll notice that there's many things that we have enrolled since me taking the position in May. There are some things that I've been charged to address. There were some of the observations that we may have seen that may have come out of, just to be open and honest, out of the audit that the city actually had. And so we're trying to make sure that these are beneficial actions that we're making for the city and that we imply insurance of compliance for city requirements. And since my hire, we've developed policies and procedures that standardize the administrative responsibilities along with the city secretary's office, working along with the city attorney's office also for the board and commission coordinators. And we're trying to streamline some of the processes that we've had conducting the board and commission meetings. And some of the most significant changes that you may have seen were launched on October 2nd, was the launch of the revamp of the boards and commission website. We're very happy about that. You'll see that these pages represent in standardized format, and they also help the public understand the mission, the purpose, the authoritative power, and the duties of these boards and commissions. And the website also provides an enhanced experience and increased transparency. So lastly, I'd like to also note that you'll see that the agendas are now posted on the website and also the minutes that are logged in with the Legistar application. Your board and commission coordinator should be able to talk to you more about that and how that is being implemented. So I look forward to sharing many more initiatives with you. You'll see me around, you'll get emails from me. As I said, working along with the city secretary's office and the city attorney's office has been a beneficial joint effort that we've been making towards boards and commissions. Thank you, and I'd like to introduce Mayor Pro Tem Carol King Arnold for representing District 4.
Thank you, and good, I think it is afternoon now, by now? Well, good afternoon. Now, with this fantastic layout and all the friendly faces and the volunteers and the food that you're about to eat, can we say good afternoon? We're here in Dallas, and we're doing it Dallas big. And so today, all of these individuals who are here, as stated by Mrs. Watson, you're all part of the process. And perhaps you brought a friend with you today. But you are to be commended, Ms. Watson, for bringing about the energy that the audit, if you will, has identified as being necessary for us to continue. I also say continue doing it big here in Dallas. So once again, thank you for your work. For all the boards and commissions, members, and staff, thank you for choosing to be here this morning. What the public doesn't know oftentimes is that it is a chore to be able to appoint, vet, and support nominations. And it's not an easy process. And so what all of you are a part of is a process that we can be proud of. So why don't you do this? And I'm sure I'm taking some thunder away from Genesis. Give yourself a pat on the back. Board commissioners and staff members, we thank them for their service. Now, as we gather to celebrate today, one of the things I wanted to make sure we focus on and that you understand as we move forward with our plan of making sure that the values that you see posted behind me that were brought forth by our city manager, Mr. T.C. Broadnax, we continue to advocate through your service all of these principles. So would you please give Mr. T.C. Broadnax also a round of applause? He's our city manager. Thank you. And so as we continue to advocate, to engage our communities, and how we think about the future of our city, and how we continue to push for Dallas to be the city that everyone wants to come to, one of the things that will get us there will be the newly adopted racial equity plan. Let me say that again, racial equity plan. It is our REP, racial equity plan. It's our roadmap. Equity has been reflected in the work of the boards and commissions of which you serve, and going forward with your help, the city will continue to work through the process, and I'm going to emphasize that, the equity lens. Now, can I hear you say that? Equity what? Lens is how you will operate as part of our whole process of serving this city with equity in mind. Once again, it's my pleasure to be here today. It is an honor to have been invited to speak. And staff knows, even though they've given me a script, I digressed a little bit. But you say you're not surprised. But I want all of you to know it's a pleasure and an honor to be before you today. And with that, I'm going to introduce our Mistress of Ceremonies, Chief of Staff, Genesis Gavino. It is my honor and my pleasure.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Arnold. As you always say, stay woke, right? Our favorite slogan. So now, as we transition to our lunch portion, I want to thank the Office of Arts and Culture Community Artist Program for supporting and promoting local artists for making the next performance possible. We will have a special performance by a CAP artist, the South Dallas Concert Choir, while you enjoy your lunch, and then we will be back in about 30 minutes for our awards and our recognitions. Thank you. to our convention and event services for ensuring that you have a delicious lunch in front of you. And so now I would like to ask our city manager and deputy mayor pro tem to please join me on the stage for the next award.
I'm good, thank you.
All right. So our next recognition is for city staff who have shown their commitment to serving our boards and commissions. And as I read your names, please join me to the left of the stage and then join the city manager and deputy mayor pro tem and pose for a picture. And so we'll start with Arturo del Castillo. Thank you, Arturo. And next, we'll recognize Elaine Hill. Can we get some background music? Thank you. Thank you, Erin. And next, or Elaine, I'm sorry. Next, we have Erin Deal. Crowd favorite. Next, we have Latoya Jackson. Thank you, Latoya. And finally, Regina Onibe. Great. Thank you, Regina. You're good. I also want to take a moment to thank city staff from numerous departments who are unable to join us today, but are nonetheless committed to supporting our boards and commissions. Also, a special thanks to the City Attorney's Office and their staff for always keeping us in line. Round of applause for our City Manager and Deputy Mayor Pro Tem for assisting us this morning. Okay, continuing with the program, I would like to introduce the amazing Anita Martinez Ballet Folklorico, who are also part of the Cultural Arts Program with the Office of Arts and Culture. They will be performing dances from the various regions of Mexico.
traigo pistola por si alguno busca bola y me grite de hablador. Cool es el mariachi de Tecalitlán, los sones. De San Pedro su cantar, de tequila su mezcal, y los mechos de Jalisco afamados por entrones, por eso traen pantalones. Ando en busca de una ingrata, de una joven presumida que se fue por mi querer. Traigo ganas de encontrarla para enseñarle que de un hombre no se burla una mujer. Se me vino de repente tanto tiempo a que la gente murmurara porque sí. Pero ahora que la encuentre y quedemos frente a frente, ¿qué me va a decir a mí? Es el mariachi de Tecalitlán, los sones. De San Pedro su cantar, de tequila su mezcal, y los machos de Jalisco afamados por entrones, por eso traen pantalones.
Ay, qué bonito es bailar, al son del pilingo limbo, que lo puedes zapatear, tanto chino como el gringo.
Ay, qué bonito es bailar, eso del lindo, lindo, que lo pueden zapatear, tanto el chino como el gringo.
Ay, repica, pica, pica, repica, repiqueteando, qué bonitas todas las que están bailando.
Pilín, 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 ay, tolón, 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 qué bonitas las hijas de Don Simón.
Y dice, ay, ah, goza.
applause for the Anita Martinez Ballet Folklorico. They're so cute. There you go. Okay, I hope y'all are having a good time. And so now the moment we've been waiting for, recognizing our boards and commission members. So as leaders in your community, you give your time and talents constantly, and we want to express our appreciation to your dedication and commitment in supporting the Dallas City Council's strategic priorities and holding the city accountable to ensure that we demonstrate our values of service in an equitable manner. So now I'm going to ask the city manager to once again join me on the stage to award our special recognitions for our longest serving volunteer commissioners and board members. Thank you. First, we will recognize boards and commission members who have served for over 10 years. Yes, they definitely deserve a round of applause for that. Our first awardee is Mickey Bragalone. Mickey is a resident of District 9 and currently serves on the Arts and Culture Advisory Commission. She has volunteered 12 years of service on city boards and commissions. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Marco. Our next awardee is Deborah Carpenter. There we go. Deborah is a resident of District 6, currently serving on the City Plan and Zoning Commission. She has volunteered 12 years of service on city boards and commissions. Thank you, Deborah. Our next awardee is Robert Agnich. There you go. There he is. Robert is a resident of District 11 and currently serves on the Board of Adjustment. He has served for over 14 years on boards and commissions. And unable to join us today is Joe Carrion. He's a resident of District 6 and currently serving on the Judicial Nominating Commission and has volunteered for over 10 years on city boards and commissions. Thank you all for your service. And now, for those who have served for over 20 years, let me make sure I get my list right. There we go. So unable to join us today are Frederick Tolman, resident of District 9, serving 22 years on the Building Inspection Advisory, Examining, and Appeals Board, and James Nunez, resident of District 14, who has served 29 years on the Building Inspection Advisory, Examining, and Appeals Board. For those who are here with us today, our first awardee is Judy Pollock. Judy? Judy is a resident of District 4, currently serving on the Board of Adjustment, and has served for over 24 years. Thank you, Judy. Our next awardee is Edward Yost. Edward is a resident of District 9, currently serving on the Fire Code Advisory and Appeals Board. He has served for over 26 years on boards and commissions. Thank you, Edward. Next, we have Michael Jung. Michael is a resident of District 9, currently serving on the City Plan and Zoning Commission. He has volunteered over 31 years of service. Thank you, Michael. Finally, the longest-serving award goes to Richard Matsuda. Richard, please join us on the stage. Richard has served for over 35 years on the Fire Code Advisory and Appeals Board. Thank you all so much for your years of service and dedication and commitment to ensuring that Dallas is an equitable city. And now I'd like to turn it over to City Manager for a few words.
Thank you, Genesis, and good afternoon, everyone. So first of all, let me just stop and say thank you before I say too many more words. And I think they provided me with some written words to say today, but I'm going to forego those because, one, I don't know where the notes are up here, but two, I'm trying to get off, past the jump off the stage, so I'm still in recovery from jumping off the stage earlier. So let me start with saying, first, let me acknowledge Councilwoman Paula Blackman, who I think arrived a little later, District 9 Councilwoman, and I'm not quite sure I heard us acknowledge Judge Preston Robinson, who I think just left earlier, but he is our judge, administrative judge, and coordinates all of our court work. And so what I wanted to do, at least today, while I have a few minutes, and I have many of the people in the room that came earlier and got a chance, at least if some case, to greet me coming in, is just say thank you, and then talk very briefly about why we're here today. As you just saw, with the years of service many of the residents of this city have put in to serve this city in a volunteer capacity, it is definitely time, and I think the city council and the mayor this year understood that we finally find a time and space and place, particularly after the last two most difficult years I think we've ever gone through as a country, and at least I know folk here in Dallas, that when we come back out of that, to really find time, while many of you, if not all of you, were working remotely to continue to allow the city to do our business. You've done it before the pandemic, you did it during it, and you're doing it after. Wanted to just stop and say thank you and get you all in one place to do that and recognize your service that is volunteer, that many people don't even know you do, that in some cases, as you found out, don't appreciate a lot of the decisions that you make. And some cases, you actually even got to go back home and they're on your block and street and they see you when you come back, right? But these jobs, whether volunteer or not, are needed and worthy of people like you that sit in these seats and give of yourself to give back to your community. So can you give yourselves a round of applause? And so just to put any doubt aside, this will not be the last time that we do this for you. This is the first time we've done it, but it is my hope and goal, and I'm sure with the support of the City Council, if the financial means are there, that we're going to find a way to acknowledge you every year and at least feed you and share with you our sincere appreciation at least one time a year. And I think I at least need to say as well to my staff who supports you, who oftentimes they're doing this over and above and on top of their normal day-to-day job. And I know your jobs are difficult outside of here, and then you give up yourself to either take PTO or come in late evening hours and spend 7, 8 hours. Some boards and commissions do that. I'm gonna tell you, that's not easy. And especially when folks are saying they want you to quit your volunteer job because they're not happy with you. I know it's tough. So listen, I just wanted to say that today, and I know we had a parade. We've got wonderful young people in this building doing cheerleading today, which made navigating a little difficult. The wonderful performances we saw, the choir, and their wonderful words and blessings. I just want to say, again, I'm proud to be the city manager. I'm proud to have volunteers like yourselves working for us and the city council. And this particular event is special to me because it was some 20 years ago that I attended my first volunteer appreciation and board and commission appreciation recognition with my former mentor, who's no longer here, C. William Hargett. And I saw a picture of myself with him at that event probably 4 or 5 months ago. And I said, you know what? We need to be doing something like this because it left a mark on me as it relates to, I saw the appreciation that and the love that was felt by the people just feeling like someone recognized them. And so I just want to thank you again for all you do. Thank you for showing up today. I know hopefully you'll go and spread the word to your other colleagues and other board members and say they missed out. But thank you for that. Thank you for Rosa, our Convention Center Director, Rosa Fleming, sitting here, and her team for doing that. But I just want to say, tell them that they missed out. Encourage them, if you're going to continue serving, to look forward and have them promise you that they will come next year so that this can be bigger and better, and encourage more people like yourselves to want to give themselves to the city in service because they will be appreciated for it. So again, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the weather and enjoy each other. And I will turn it back over to Genesis Gavino, my chief of staff, and one of the most dedicated individuals that I've become to know throughout my career. So thank you again, and I appreciate everything you do for this city.
Thank you, TC. Now, somebody got that on recording, right? Doesn't always say nice things to me. So again, thank you all for coming today. And before we leave, we do have a video to play at the end, but I would be remiss if I didn't call out Shani Weston and Yilde Rodriguez Sola and the entire Mayor City Council office support staff for making this happen. And so please, on your way out, or if you see them around, please thank them and give them a round of applause. So if we would cue up the video, thank you again for coming today, and enjoy yourself. Also, the photographer will be available if you wish to take group photos at the end of the event. We will have the screens up, and then you can also access the stage. Thank you all so much again for joining us today.